Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here, bringing to you another spell Songhai, and this time I'm not running Heaven's Eclipse, even though that is a popular inclusion in most spell Songhai's lists nowadays. Instead, I found that, you typically don't really want to spend a turn like using Heaven's Eclipse, right? You definitely would rather... Ooh, what's going on here? Well, you don't want to spend your entire turn drawing. You want to draw before going into turn or your 5 mana or 6 mana plays, so you can actually dump your spells. If you're kind of unclear how you'll play out your turns before your Heaven's Eclipse, if you're just going to be dumping spells out and then you're hoping to draw a Heaven's Eclipse, I'd rather just build up the spells and dump them out after you draw your cards, because the perfect time to draw cards is earlier on. I guess I'll get rid of one of the Thorns Magi. It's an interesting question of whether I want to grab the Mana Springs or not, so I can safely grab a Mana Spring if I chose to. It's kind of an unusual placement. Let's hope that I get something good out of this Blaze Hound. Really not much I can do here. I'll just make this attack. A Holy Immolation would be pretty brutal, but I think I played to the best of my ability here. If he drops an Ironcliff Guardian, I can kind of get rid of it. I have enough power on the board just to remove an Ironcliff Guardian, technically. I would have rather grabbed one of my 6 spells to get rid of the Silver Guard Knight, but it's not bad. I cannot complain about drawing my minions in the early game, because that's really what you want to do. You want to grab your early game and then your spells to get rid of that stuff. Holy Immolation over there is kind of weird. I guess he wants to put on the 4 damage on me. It seems a little bit greedy. But, what am I to say? He can get rid of that pretty easily. I guess not attacking might have been a smart play. Interesting. So I guess I'll just attack double and then drop a Blaze Hound? Yeah, I can drop a Blaze Hound because he's maxed out on cards. And then we can think about replacing a Spelljammer. I'll put the Blaze Hound behind me to play around Dancing Blades yet again. See what's going down. Martyrdom. Yeah, I'll get rid of one of the Spelljammers. I have a lot of cards already. Woo! Chakra Avatar, that's pretty sweet. I am taking quite a bit of damage though. I do want to grab my Onyx Bear Seals. Alright, so I can just end my turn there because I made all attacks. I'm a little behind on health, but not much else to say about that. If he puts down an Ironcliff Guardian, not too bad of a situation. I can use the Killing Edge to just remove that Ironcliff Guardian, because Blaze Hound is pretty spiffy. Blaze Hound is kind of an underestimated card because it's a 4/3 that draws you a card. If I do say so myself, oh yeah, take that extra damage. Although I guess drawing cards, like, Kara is still the best guy to draw cards off, yeah. Ooh, Azure Lion, alright. So I can clear this board. There's a lot of different possibilities. I think off the top of my head I just want to use a Killing Edge and Chakra Avatar to clear the board. Unfortunately the Blaze Hound is not going to get much action from that. So I can probably replace a Thorns Magi because it seems like I want to continue contesting the board. Well, I don't really mind double trading over here. I guess he just burned a Martyrdom, so the possibility of him having an answer is not that high. Alright, so let's put down the Thorns Magi, and then this guy. Use an Inner Focus. Attack here, and attack in here. I guess I'll retreat a little bit. Alright! Onyx Bear Seal is really good. Oh, this does not play well into Holy Immolation. Although he already used one Holy Immolation, so fingers crossed that he doesn't have another one. Yeah, Blood Rage Dramatic's not going to do much for me right now. Don't know why he didn't attack twice there. I guess I have to play a little bit desperately here. I'm going to use a Pando on that guy. Now, if he drops down Ironcliff Guardian, it will be kind of sad, but I don't really have the, the time to take damage from Azurite Lion. 7 health is kind of precarious against Lion-R. It's not exactly like I have a good way of healing back up. Apart from Thorns Magi. Actually, that's a pretty fantastic way of healing back up, but it's not that great. So yeah, it looks like he has lethal anyway. It's hard to say what I could have done better. I guess if I didn't play into Holy Emotion that hard, then I would have been pretty good. I took a lot, yeah, way too much damage from Holy Immolations. I think typically you just want to drop a Healing Mystic first. The Chakra Avatar is pretty good with Inner Focus, and there aren't a lot of good spells. Although I'm going to keep his hand because Mana Vortex is pretty good on its own. I'll probably get rid of one of the Chakra Avatars. Well, actually I can probably drop one next turn, so it'll probably be a 3-2 play. Pretty typical Songhai play. If he drops the Lantern Fox, it'll be a little bit of trouble. Definitely a little bit of trouble. Especially if he has Inner Focus here. If I drop a Blaze Hound, I can actually prevent him from getting any Phoenix Fires, so I'll just do that because it seems pretty fancy. If I'm not going to drop a 2-drop, then I'm going to get rid of a Chakra Avatar because I only really need 1 to swing a game. Although 2 can like swing a game insanely, right? I think a random card is in the Songhai deck is worse than a Phoenix Fire because it seems like people will include infinite Phoenix Fires if they could, right? Like infinite. Like, I don't even know. How many Phoenix Fires would you put in your deck if you could put as many Phoenix Fires as you could? Probably 6. Get rid of all the Saber Spine Seals and put Phoenix Fires. Alright, Forns Magi, I see you. Oh, I'll be Sage. That's really surprising. Should I get rid of it? Why not? Why not? I have enough spells, right? I have enough spells to get rid of that. I'm not sure if I have the Audacity. Well, I have the Recharge, so I can do 2... 3 mana, 4 mana, just with this. So that'll be 3 spells, so it'll have 4 attack. I could go for a 6 mana play as well. Yeah, I'm going to go for a hand dump here. Oh, this is pretty insane here. Pretty insane. Pretty insane if I do say so myself. I don't know why I got rid of that. Actually, it would have been better if I used the Inner Focus on this guy. No, actually, I don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, well, that was a game-winning play, I guess.
The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world.
It seemed like a reasonable keep to me. Young Slither. I kept the Onyx Spear Seal just in case he has a Sworn Sister coming up. Not Sworn Sister, but Earth Sister Tegedi. And I'll just keep his hand. I'll probably get rid of a Tusk Boar if I have to. Probably one of the Onyx Bear Seals. The plan is if he drops the Earth Sister, then I'll be able to drop a 2-drop and the Onyx Bear Seal. I think any 4-drop I'll use the Onyx Bear Seal. Oh my. It's kind of a weird play. I guess he has a 2-drop or 3-drop that he wants to drop as well. Blistering Scorn. Actually, Amplification would be pretty intense. That's a weird play. I'll get rid of one of the Onyx Bear Seals. Alright, that's perfect. Which one do I want to heal up? Probably the Tusk. Yeah, I want to heal the Tusk Boar because this forces him to not play a 4-drop. And 4-drops are pretty important for Magmar. So keeping the Tusk Boar will be pretty valuable. And to have more card draw anyway. Yeah, because turn 4 he definitely wants to drop a Tegedi, right? So I doubt that he really wants to use the Overload. And if he does use the Overload, then he doesn't exactly have something great to follow up with. Although a Blistering Scorn would be pretty good here. Although Blistering Scorn and Overload, it kind of conflicts. I guess it allows him to get rid of Healing Mystic, but then I can get rid of the Egg of the Young Slither as well. I got back the Onyx Bear Seal, so definitely want to look at that. Although, if he drops up for Earth Sister Tegedi, then I can just drop a Chakra Avatar and an Onyx Bear Seal. And an Inner Focus for the 3-spell or 2-spell combo. Alright, so I'm keeping the Tusk Boar. That's good. There's probably a Tegedi. Oh no. Elucidator. Ugh. War Beast! It's pretty good if I do say so myself. Get rid of one of the Onyx Bear Seals here. Blaze Hound, huh? Interesting. I could probably go for a Spell Gemma. Just get a couple cards. Not really a good way to play around Zenrui, so I'll play around Dancing Blades. He just played a Flash War Beast, so I'm not exactly worried about a second one. I won't make less attack, even though it's tempting. Probably get rid of the Tough Spore at this point. I can go for a pretty intense combo with a Chakra Avatar on 7 mana. It'll be a 4/5 charge minion, or a 4/5 rush minion. That's not too bad if I do say so myself. That's pretty brutal. But that's a pretty weak Plasma Storm. He used 1 card to get rid of a Spelljammer pretty much. I'm not worried about that at all. So I can actually play a Tusk Boar here. He's not going to lose a card, unfortunately, which is kind of weird. I would assume that he'll lose a card. Alright, let's use a Blaze Hound first and see what I can grab here. Thorns Magi, okay. So actually using a Tusk Boar over here will play around Dancing Blades. I think I'll just keep my hand, right? Because these aren't bad cards. Here I use 1 War Beast, so I'm not going to play around a second one. Or I can't afford to play around it. Or can I afford to play around it? Maybe I can afford to play around it, actually. Oh no. Oh no, I should have afforded it. A War Beast, okay. It's pretty brutal. That means I don't want Chakra Avatars. I definitely need the healing that I can grab from the Thorns Magi. He hasn't used the Overload yet, which is kind of a good sign. Alright, let's get rid of a Chakra Avatar. I need more healing with the Thorns Magi, so I won't be dropping a Chakra Avatar. Alright, so I can get rid of this pretty safely and put down a Heartseeker. Next turn I have a Thorns Magi and an Inner Focus to go with that Heartseeker. So still pretty substantial position, I'd say. Zenrui? Not very useful. Oh man, just drop a Slither Elder. I can get rid of that really simple for you. Zenrui against Magmar is not very useful. The best thing you can get is pretty much a Sworn Sister Lacan. But otherwise, not every Magmar deck runs it, so it's typically not very good. Although Sworn Sister Lacan is pretty insane. Although not that insane when it's a Magmar. Although he hasn't been using his Overload at all. And he's going to start this turn, I guess. Alright, so he's going to get rid of the Sworn's Magi, I imagine. Take a little bit of damage, I don't mind. But this guy's probably super control, so he probably has some stuff. And by stuff, I mean healing, which is kind of unfortunate because this deck is weakest against healing because I don't run Lantern Foxes. I have a limited amount of damage, which I kind of offset by putting in the Killing Edges, because Killing Edges could do a lot of damage. Oh no! Oh yeah, pretty good. Definitely a tempo loss. Alright, I'll just Zenrui that then. Zenrui and... yeah, that's about it, I guess. I think oddly enough, putting myself in a block plays around War Beast the best, I guess. Because at most he can get rid of like 2 minions. And I'm getting some extra cards, so it's not too bad here. I'll just keep this hand as usual. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that has the advantage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have enough mana to play out this entire hand for a combo. It's a 6 damage combo. Well, it's 9 damage combo. 10 damage combo. So I have 10 damage from hand. Or a 3rd War Beast. I would complain about that as well. Although he probably doesn't have a 3rd War Beast because that's a misplay if he has a 3rd War Beast. Do I have enough damage here? Or I have lethal here, I think. I guess we'll see. I'll make the same play anyway. So I have to play these 2 guys first. Put the Phoenix Fire here. Attack, attack, attack. This attack array. So I make sure that's exhausted because I don't want any embarrassing moments. And this has to attack as well. Oh, I already have lethal. I didn't even need anything extra. Alright, so I guess I had lethal by a lot. Lethal by over by 2, yeah. Alright, hey, welcome to the end of the video. That was Spell Songhai, and I thought that the inclusion of Heaven's Eclipse turns out to be okay because, you know, you definitely want to build up your hand size till turn 3 or 4 where you actually want to dump your cards and put a proactive play where you can develop a lot of spells and a lot of your strong spell synergetic cards so you can have a dominating board position by that turn. Instead, with the other deck, I feel like you try to put on this show. So you want to put on the spell show as well with putting down your minions and your spells on turn 3 or 4, and then you're going to pass on turn 5 with the Heaven's Eclipse, which doesn't make really much sense to me at all. So I'd rather have these proactive minion plays so you can actually put on some damage with your minions before going all in with that spell ending gameplay. So yeah, that was pretty cool, I thought. I did make a few mistakes, but keeping in that consistent card draw that is pretty cheap, it seems to be pretty good. I do definitely like this deck better because it's a little bit more minion based apart from the other decks, and I can kind of compensate for the issue of a Heaven's Eclipse by putting in more of those killing edges. So the killing edges are a lot more useful when you have minions on the board that are kind of proactive to play on. So that was pretty neat, and it's hard to tag against because you can't Zenruya your Lantern Fox. I do miss the Lantern Fox and Inner Focus plays, but it's definitely very useful to keep those Inner Focuses for the killing edges and the Chakra avatars. So Lantern Fox would not be missed too much. So that was Spell Songhai. Be sure to check out some more videos and subscribe to your channel if you're interested in checking out some more action, and I'll see you!